Record high temperatures in Australia and freezing winds sweeping down from the Arctic, covering Washington in white stuff and Europe in blizzard. Minus 18 in Berlin, 10 people frozen to death in Poland, Milan's airports, serving Italy's financial capital, closed by snow, icebreakers used in Rotterdam, Europe's busiest port, chimps and orangutans in Rome Zoo given underfloor heating and raised beds. And in Australia, the hottest decade on record, from one extreme to the other. Yet people use both extremes to support two different arguments. Those who believe in human-caused climate change say Australia proves that the world is getting warmer, and those in the north turn up their gas heaters and say shiver off. Two arguments always makes news. The poor Japanese, for example, argue that the best way to understand the world's largest mammals is to shoot a harpoon into them, let it explode in their body, drag the carcass onto a ship, slice it up and taste the flesh. Australia and the rest of the world is a touch sceptical of this approach to science. They say they want to stop Japanese whaling. In fact, the Rudd government was elected partly because of its solemn promise to take Japan to the International Court of Justice. Not so much a solemn promise now as a broken one. The minister responsible, Peter Garrett, is the irresponsible minister. Now comes the news that Australian airports are being used to launch Japanese spy flights which track the movement of the protest ship Steve Irwin. Everyone is suitably outraged, or at least they say they are. Peter Garrett blubbered that the government was engaged in an unprecedented diplomatic effort over the issue. We couldn't understand that drivel, and neither could the poor bloody whales, but they're apparently delicious and a Japanese culinary delight, or they're creatures too magnificent to kill. From one extreme to the other, from the Japanese embassy sweltering in record temperatures in Canberra to the frozen seas off Antarctica.